Assalamualaikum to the audience. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Alasri bin Zasri and I'm from Group BA21. Today, I will talk about the importance of using public transport. The general purpose of this speech is to persuade my audience to use public transportation in your daily life. What is the benefit of using public transport in improving living condition? By the show of hands, how many of you is tired being late to school, work, or even to a friend's birthday because of traffic? Well, there is no doubt that most of us already facing traffic jam. Unfortunately, in our daily basis, while we are trying to get to our destination, we are used to getting in our cars and spending time of our lives stuck in traffic. Time that we lose will not recover again. Tiring, isn't it? Traffic jam rises along with urbanization due to insensitivity and selfishness of today's society. I believe that we can solve this by using a public transportation in our daily life. It's more environmentally friendly than using energy efficient light bulbs or appliances. They are everywhere and paid for by our taxes, which means it's a bit waste if we don't use them at all, right? Now, you may wonder, why should public transportation? Why do I need to use public transport? Why? Cannot I just use my own car? For needs, the constant of using private transport in daily life has created worse living condition. One problem when not using public transport is creating more traffic congestion. First of all, when using private transport, it can lead to waste of time in rush hour traffic. To be more precise, urban areas are full of cars in peak hour. The rate of accident is increased there just because of problem created by traffic. Not only that, only 17% trips each day were completed using public transport, with the rest of the 83% trips were made through private transport. By On Chiu Chuan 2013. Besides that, there's a few drawbacks to owning a private car. Nowadays, with the enhance of cars on the road, there are more traffic jams causing delays. Epidemiological evidence has identified traffic pollution as a risk factor for adverse health outcomes, including respiratory disease incidence. Driving for long hours in traffic can contribute to health problem and stress, by Siti Haslina Muhammad Shafi'i and Mastura Mahmud 2020. People who drive for long hours are advised to create ways to manage their routines to reduce the risk of heart disease and other health issues associated with stress. Besides that, the constant release of contaminants by the cars into atmosphere has leading into domestic air pollution. Air pollution is a becoming major environmental health problem for the whole world. The increasing amount of motor vehicles such private cars that emit pollutants are contributing significantly to urban air pollution. Be it in industrial or developing countries, higher fuel consumption in vehicles was detected at urban signalized intersection due to the frequent changing of vehicles' modes of deceleration, acceleration, and stopping. In Malaysia, private cars, motorcycle, light and heavy vehicle are major contributors to deterioration in air quality, especially in urban areas, by Siti Haslina Muhammad Shafi'i and Mastura Mahmud 2020. Pollution is a serious problem and I have the solution to reduce it with the way we travel. For satisfaction, firstly, public transportation is among the most direct ways to reduce traffic congestion by drawing people toward public transit alternatives. By Mark Buchanan, 2019. We can avoid traffic congestion through public transport, which will save time. It can decrease the number of the private vehicle to ease the traffic congestions. For instance, a single railway can get rid of 1,000 cars from the road using public transport when traveling to work, going shopping, popping into town to meet with friends, or getting home safely after a good night out. Using public transport can be faster, less stressful, and more relaxing than driving own car. It will be clearly seen that rather than using public transport, we can free up time. Obviously, by taking public transport such train and monorail, it can reduce air pollution level. Every vehicle on the road release an average of 1 pound carbon dioxide or CO2 per mile driven. Compared with driving alone, taking public transportation can reduce CO2 emission by 45%, decreasing pollution in the atmosphere and improving air quality. By Siti Haslina Muhammad Shafi'i and Mastura Mahmud 2020. Public transportation produce far fewer quantities of air pollution, such carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen oxide per passenger mile. You can see that using public transportation gives big impact in our living conditions. Now, let's look at what may happen if you choose use public transport and what may happen if you choose not to. In visualization, public transportation benefits our health and environmental. With an enhanced public transportation system that encourages commuters to take a train or bus to work, the city region can come closer to staying in air quality attainment. Those environmental benefits also translate into health benefits, where fewer cases of respiratory disease, asthma, and cancer for the resident. The problem arises when you reject to using public transportation is higher level of air pollution resulting in negative health effect including premature death. This issue can reduce quality of life. By now, you should already know why you should consider using public transportation. The last but not least, as you can easily see, using public transport can be one of the most wiser decisions you would ever make in improving community health. Public transportation plays an important role in the life of residents as it making life easier for everyone. Imagine going to work, school, or traveling without facing traffic congestions. It can make our physical and mental health improves, as many in a day will come. Becoming public transport user is one of the most wiser actions you can take. By making public transport as our daily transportation, we can avoid more negative effects that may occur. Wise choice helps the future lives. I think that's all from me. Thank you for lending your ears.